Hello and welcome to my class. I'm Momita and today I'll be discussing descriptive paragraph with you. Now children, what is a descriptive writing? Now see, descriptive writing is a piece of writing wherein you describe a person, a place or an object. You can also describe an event as well. Now, what does a descriptive writing show? Now, while writing a descriptive passage, remember one thing, you are not writing. Writing would not tell something, but it would give a vivid description of something. Rather, it will show something. Your writing should be visual. When you write, your aim should be to make the people see the person or the thing or the place you are describing. So while writing, you have to use certain adjective and adverbs to enrich your writing. As I have told you, your writing should create a vivid visual for the reader. They could almost see what you are explaining. Now the things that you should remember while writing while making a descriptive writing is, first of all, you have to make use of all your senses. People can almost see, people can almost touch the things, they could have a feel of it, they could almost taste it. So you have to involve all your senses while writing a descriptive writing. You have to be specific about what you are writing. Make a lot of use of adjectives, adverbs, and also make comparisons. Now you should always remember these things while writing a descriptive writing. First is using your senses, that is to make people see, feel, hear, right, and so that they could almost see it, hear it, taste it. Okay. Now you have to be specific about what you are writing. What does that mean? You should not loiter about. You are saying you are describing a person. Say your mother. You are describing a person, your mother. All of a sudden, you are telling something about your routine. Not that. You have to be specific about what you are writing. You have to use adjectives. Many adjectives. And these adjectives would help a person to see. Adverbs will help a person to feel it. And also you have to make comparison, that is using simile and metaphor while writing. Now this picture will help you to understand further how to involve your senses while writing. Okay, now see, good writers use their senses to add lots of details so the reader can visualize what's happening in the story. Now first is describe how it looked. The color, the shape, the size. Then how it felt. What is the temperature? If you are describing something smooth, you can write smooth, long, it's warm. You can use words like I can almost feel it. I could almost feel the temperature in my hand. It was as warm as sun. That is comparison. Describe how it tasted. If you are describing something which you are eating, you can say sweet or salty or sour. These words, these adjectives will enrich your paragraph. Then you can how can you make people hear? You can write about you can use words like murmuring sound of people or whispering sounds. Right, people were talking, there was a lot of confusion. The singing, you could hear. If you are writing about some song, you can describe the song, background noises, etc. You can describe the taste by using words like fruity or flowery smell or buttery smell, etc. Now students, as I was telling you, not to use plain words, adding description so that people can involve their senses while reading it. How can you say that? Instead of saying plainly, I was hungry, what can you say? my stomach was growing like a dog. My stomach was growling like a dog. Instead of telling I was scared, you can say what? My body was shivering with goosebumps. Instead of saying I was happy, how can you say that? My smile was as big as the sun. Instead of saying she ran, what can you say? She was as fast as the shooting star. Instead of saying I'm sad, you can say my tears could fill a cup. Instead of saying he is tired, you can say what? He cannot lift his head off his pillow. So these are the various ways of describing your feelings, your thoughts, or making people realize the intensity of your feeling. Okay, now if you just say I'm hungry or I was hungry, it is a plain way of saying. But when you say my stomach was growling like a dog, or if you say I was so hungry that I could eat like an ox, or you can say I was famished, I could almost feel my tummy speaking to me. These are the various ways of telling that you are hungry. Now, I was happy. How can you say that? You can say that I felt on the top of the world, or I felt as happy as a bird, or rather I'm sad. How can you say that? Instead of saying I'm sad, you could say my tears could fill a cup, or you can say instead of being I'm sad, you can say I'm drained or I'm wiped out, right? These are the various ways of telling that I was sad. I'm feeling down. My spirit was dead. These things. Now instead of saying I'm happy, you can say I felt as happy as a bird, or you can say my happiness knew no bound. She ran. She was as fast as a shooting star, or you can say she was as fast as a lightning. Right? In this way, if you describe things in this way, what will happen? People could almost visualize those things. They could almost feel the things. They add description to what you are saying. Now, see, in this list, you can see various words, describing words. Adverb and adjective. If you are saying large, you can use these words instead of large. Massive, colossal, enormous, gigantic. Instead of fast, these words can be used. These are better words. Instead of said, you can use these words. So these are a list of, you can go through the list. It will increase your vocabulary. Make sure you also use it in your paragraph, right? Unless and until you start using it, knowing these words would not help you. So go through these words and try to use it as many times as you can in your paragraph. Now I will read out a paragraph to you to make you understand how to write a good paragraph. Now see, this is about my mother, a very common topic. How has this statement written? See, without any doubt, to ascertain that surely, certainly, my mother is the most important person in the life. So it removes all doubt that no one other than your mother is more important. Your mother is the most important person in your life. No one else is as important as your mother. And the most powerful individual I know. She is very beautiful and has kindest eyes. See, describing the eyes. How has the eyes been described? Kindest that I have ever seen. She not only worked hard to ensure that I had a good upbringing, but was also very strict and often punished me whenever I went wrong. Even though I did not like the punishment, I now look back and realize what it was meant to lovingly correct me and help me to follow the right path when growing up. So this is again describing the punishment. You can plainly say that my mother used to punish me, which I didn't like. But now he describes the punishment. It is being said that now I know that the punishment was a loving way to correct me, to rectify me. So in a word, he is justifying the punishment. The writer is justifying the punishment. My siblings means brothers and sisters. My siblings and I have always taken pride in the appearance of my mother. Now see, the appearance has been described, especially her lovingly long hair. Long hair has been described as lovingly. The two adjective has been described to used to describe hair. I remember whenever my mother came to visit us at school, other pupils would urge us to ask our mother to remove the pins from her hair. Now see, this beautiful hair has been described not only through words but also through incidents, through events. Now what would the students ask? The other friends ask? They would ask the children to ask their mother to remove the hairpins so that they could see the long, well-kept hair. Even though I have seen many beautiful people, very few people match the beauty of my mother. So see, in very simple words, nothing much has been said about the mother's achievements. She has done this, she has done that. Like you, if you are asked to describe your mother, most of you will say how she prepares good dish, how she helps you in doing your homework, she buys you new thing. But see, this is a different way of describing the mother. Nothing has been said nothing has been said about what she does or what she does not do, what you like, what you don't like about your mother, but in very simple language and yet in a very powerful and very beautiful way, the mother has been described. Now I will show you another paragraph. This is about a person, description of a person. Now I'm going to show you description of a place. Now this is describing a sea beach. A beach in Hawaii is like a paradise. See, in the very first line you got a comparison. As I have told you, you have to use comparison. You have to make your senses involved. To start with, the beach smells fresh like a new ocean air freshener. Again, similarity. Smell was like air freshener. Again, you can almost smell it. You can use your feeling of your sense of smell. The sand is so hot that when you walk on it after the sea, you feel like you walk on burning grill. Again, feeling plus feeling of the heat comparison, plus also the feeling that it was as hot as you are walking on a burning grill. So you can almost feel the heat underneath your feet. Not far from the shore, you can see the palm trees. They sway in the air from the strong wind. Description of the wind. How is the wind? Strong. In the distance, there is a beautiful house. Again, describing by the water. So you can see the navy blue ocean every day. Again, description. How? Color. You can almost see it, the beautiful blue sky. You can almost visualize it. People are laughing and playing noise. Here you can almost hear the talking and laughing and playing, the chaotic condition in the beach, the happy confusion, right, on the burning sand, and others relaxing on the beach sunbathing. From a far distance, the ocean is a deep navy blue. At nights, you can only hear the waves of the ocean. Now hearing, see, you can hear the waves of the ocean, the sound, and the light wind which comes from the huge palm tree. To sum up, this beach is an amazing place for a perfect summer holiday. Now I hope I have been able to explain you what exactly or how exactly you should write a paragraph. So to sum up once again, I will show you. While you are describing a person, you have to show them. You have to make them feel. You have to use your senses. You have to be specific. You have to use adjectives, and you have to make comparison, which has been, I hope I have been able to make it clear through the two paragraphs which I have shown you. Now, I hope all your doubts have been cleared, and now from now onwards you will be able to write good paragraphs. Thank you for attending the session. Goodbye.